So here we have my latest and largest quad so far, the Tarantula X6 by JJRC. It's just turned up from GearBest, and unfortunately, as per normal with these things, or it does happen sometimes with these things, the box is pretty mullered. It's squished, as you can see, hopefully, and it's been through the walls, or certainly had a good shipment from China. It just happens sometimes. I can't really see that it would make an awful lot of fuss about it, but they're not going to package them any better, and I'm hoping the quad's fine. Anyway, let's see how we do with the unboxing. So I've been really looking forward to getting this. I've ordered spare batteries for it and everything, as per normal. I just wanted to unpack this just to show you what you get in your package. I think it was just over the £40, certainly between £40 and £50 you can get them for. First of all, obviously got the adapter plug, because I live in the UK, so we need the European adapter plug. And then all looks pretty well packed there, so I don't think anything's happened to it. Oops, mind you, you get spare propellers, as you can see. It's quite good to get the four. They're quite serious looking propellers as well. They're a really nice style, so put those to one side. And then we've got the actual quad itself. I've heard lots of people say how big it is and it's massive and everything else. Well, when the box turned up I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest. And if I put my FY 326 next to it, the Q7, the little £18 job that I've done everything with, I don't think it's really that much bigger. I mean, yes, the props are bigger, the whole thing's bigger, but I'll do some weights and everything, we'll see what the difference is, but I don't think it's huge in comparison to that. If I put my CX10 there, then yes, it's very huge in comparison to that, and when I get it outside we'll see what it looks like, but I don't feel that it's that big that everyone seems to be making a fuss about. Okay, all pretty well packed in here, so obviously this has been well protected. The only thing I would say, the slight rubber tops on the props is slightly bent in and squished, but I don't think that's going to affect anything. They're very malleable anyway, they've sort of got a very tactile sort of feel to them. They're just a foam, I think. That's a pretty good looking screwdriver we've got there. Better than the average ones. Mind you, we're getting a whole load of these every time you buy a quad. You get a screwdriver, which is very nice, but this actually seems quite a good one. And then these are obviously the legs, and then we've got, I assume, prop guards in here. These are very flimsy. I'll just weigh those and put the weight so you can see what they weigh. They're so flimsy. And I don't tend to use prop guards, I must admit, because I try and keep the weight off so I can carry cameras and things. But you've got the four of those, and obviously they're going to screw on when I find the screws in a minute. Move the legs out. Then we're actually onto the quad itself. As you can hopefully see in my hand, it is a size, but it's not massive. I mean, like I say, people seem to be making quite a lot of fuss about how big it is. And these obviously fit underneath, just for the LED covers. We'll sort that all out in a minute. Pretty big cogs and pretty big motors as well. I'll weigh the quad as it is and put that just down here so you can see it. And that's that all done. Battery, and that's a 1200 milliamp It's a 7.4, so it's a twin cell. So it's got, I can use my balance charger with that, and there'll be a charger somewhere in here, I'm sure, as well. And then we've got the remote, which actually feels, that really does feel small. It feels like a baby one, as opposed to what I was expecting. But I'm sure that'll be fine. And obviously pop double A's in there. Oh, it takes 6 of those, so there's going to be 6 double A's. I'll pop those in there when we go out and do our flight. I've actually been ahead of the game with this one because I've actually ordered a spare battery, as I said, so that's all charged. I can get outside straight away with it. And then just underneath, that's where the props were, the spare props. Oh, and there's the actual charger itself. There we go. And all the screws we need. That's sensible. Packing those in a bag inside another bag as well, so they're not going to get lost or slip out when that packaging gets all squashed. Just got the legs to put on first of all. Just sort of clip in there. That's a really useful thing. The screwdriver is magnetic. That's really helpful. So all we need to do now is just put the battery in. The battery compartment is screwed in. I would just pop that out. And there we go. Got that screw out. This just slides with a bit of effort, obviously. It does seem extremely tight. There we go. And I thought that would have hinged, but I don't think it actually does. I think it's designed to pop right the way out. A couple of interesting points I've just learned. This is supposed to be a genuine Tarantula X6 replacement battery, but if I show you the actual one that came with the quad, it's just a little bit thinner by probably 2mm, and that's why I can't close the battery compartment door. It's got these little lugs here, which means I can't do it. So I'll just have to take those lugs off. We'll go and charge the one that came up with the quad first, and then we'll get flying. It's still quite tight, but nothing's going to move when it's in flight, so I suppose that's good. And just the last thing is the remote. Just for a second, just to show you the difference between the size of this one, and this is the one that comes with the FY326, the Q7, the little £18 quad. I mean, this is quite a lot larger than this. For it's supposed to be a big quad, I would have thought you would have had a bigger controller. I'm sure it's fine. It is very plastic, as for the price, that's what you get. But this is actually comfortable in the hands. Let me just come around the other side of the camera. So this is actually much easier to use, I think, than this is going to be. This is quite tight. The actual controllers are quite a bit narrower in, almost like a little micro quad or something or other. And one other thing, just to point out about the prop guards, why I didn't want to use them, was here's the prop guard that comes with the Tarantula. It really is flexible. I think that's just going to move about all over the place. But you think the downdraft to the props here is going to be quite bad. And then this is off the FY326. This is quite solid. I've never actually used this one because I don't tend to fly with them because I get as much weight off the quad as possible. But this is not going to go anywhere. And as you can see, this one is going to go everywhere. So, but personal choice, obviously, for safety, you're better off having the prop guards on. Just going to put the quad on the floor, and then I'm going to bind it to the controller. You just click it on, and then up fully with the throttle and back down. The LEDs stop flashing, and then with this quad I'm actually going to run the motors in. I've read loads of things on it. Some say it doesn't do any good at all because of the design of the motors and they're so cheap. For the sake of just charging another battery, I really can't see a problem, and if it gives me an extra few flights, that would be brilliant. So you just bring in a little bit of throttle, but getting nowhere near 50%, so keep it low, and I'll turn it off so that you can hear. And then you basically just do that for one battery, so probably 10-15 minutes. What I'm thinking of doing is moving it up and down on the throttle just a little bit, because I think rather than just wear it in at one speed, that would be better. I'll just show you how bright these LEDs are. They certainly are. Quite impressed. Few little niggles, but hopefully we'll iron those out as we get going. So I'll get running in. See how we go. That's bound. But 40% on the rates. Oh, nice. Very sluggish. Oh yeah, that's full back and she's hardly doing anything. Now this would be great for video. I'll just give it full throttle. Wow. That is quite something, as I say. So this is at 60%. Well, it's much better. I'm going to pop it up to 100% and see what we get now. Oh wow, yes, that's much better turn. That wind is getting ridiculous. Wow, she certainly does perform quite well for the size of her. Let's see whether I can give it throttle and pull forward. Gee whiz. You can actually still climb while she's going full forward. I haven't got another quad that does that. They all seem to lose altitude and you certainly can't climb with them. So it's quite amazing. I'll try and get that, make sure I've got it on camera. There we go. Gee whiz. You can just hear them go, can't you, those motors? It's very noisy, but very impressive. Should we get a go on the flip then? Yes? Gee whiz. No trouble at all then. I've still got the camera attached, that's rather useful. Hardly loses any altitude at all, gives a nice flip of throttle and does very well. She is impressive. Very good. Yeah, this is going to make you sick on the video from the camera, I'm sure. Let's drop it back down to 40. God, it really is sluggish then compared to the 100%. A lot of difference, which is good. Because I came to use this for a bit of video as well. And that smoothness is lovely. I won't take her above the trees today because we've got quite a bit of wind. God, she's a rock steady platform. Lovely. Ah, very impressed. I'm finding this controller very tiny in the hands. I don't know if I can use a different controller with it. I'm sure I can. But yeah, it's certainly, if you look at it, it's looking tiny in my hands. I tend to swap between pinching and using my thumbs. Oh, that is impressive. Very good. There we go. Just a brief flight. Very nice.